What if I told you we still don't know where your thoughts come from, and that even our best scientists can't agree on what consciousness really is? Welcome to FactQuest, global trivia. More than just facts, we share the soul of science. Galaxies whisper stories, atoms dance, and discovery feels like poetry. Ready to unlock the greatest mystery of all? Let's explore the origins of consciousness together. Let's dive deeper. A monumental experiment led by the Allen Institute involving 256 subjects, 7 years of research, and cutting-edge brain scanning technology just released some groundbreaking findings on consciousness. And these results challenge two of the most prominent theories out there. Let's break them down. First up, we have integrated information theory. Imagine your brain as a massive, interconnected network. This theory argues that consciousness arises from the complex interaction between different brain areas. It's like a team working in perfect harmony. The more connected the brain areas are, the more consciousness emerges from their cooperative action. It's not about any one part of the brain doing the job. It's about how they work together to integrate information. On the flip side, we have global neuronal workspace theory, GNWT. This theory is more like a spotlight. It suggests that consciousness comes when the brain's prefrontal cortex shines a light on certain pieces of information. Think of it like the brain picking out important thoughts or perceptions and broadcasting them to the rest of the brain. According to GNWT, once information gets highlighted in this network, it becomes conscious. Now, after 7 years of research and tracking brain activity during various visual tasks, this new study found some surprising results. The prefrontal cortex, which was long thought to be the epicenter of consciousness in GNWT, doesn't seem to play the starring role as expected. Instead, sensory areas like those processing vision might hold more sway. The researchers discovered strong functional connections between early visual areas and more advanced brain regions, linking perception with conscious thought. Wait, so consciousness isn't just about thinking or reasoning, you might ask? Exactly. It seems consciousness might be more tied to experiencing those sensory perceptions, those flashes of insight, rather than the frontal, logical processing we once thought was at its core. What does that mean for things like comas or vegetative states? This could change everything. If consciousness is more about perception, we might be able to detect it even when a patient seems completely unresponsive. Pretty mind-blowing, right? And it doesn't stop there. Stay tuned, we have more for you, including a quiz to see how much you've learned.
Let's see how well you're tracking so far. Ready for the quiz? Let's go. 1. Which theory suggests that consciousness comes from how different parts of the brain share information? A global neuronal workspace theory. B. Integrated information theory. C. Perception theory. D. Quantum brain theory. Correct. It's B. Integrated information theory. It's all about the brain's teamwork and how well the brain areas share information. 2. Which part of the brain was traditionally thought to control consciousness? But the new study suggests it may not be as central as previously thought. A. The hippocampus. B. The prefrontal cortex. C. The temporal lobe. D. The cerebellum. Yes, B. The prefrontal cortex was once the star player for consciousness. But, as we learned today, sensory areas might be just as important. 3. What term refers to when someone seems unresponsive, but may still have some level of awareness? A. Consciousness paralysis. B. Covert consciousness. C. Thought isolation. D. Brain dormancy. You got it. It's B. Covert consciousness, and it happens in around 25% of coma cases. That's a game changer for how we look at brain injuries.
Now, let's zoom out and really unpack what these findings mean. The Allen Institute study made one thing clear: consciousness is a lot more complicated than we thought. The theories we've been working with are valuable, but they may only tell part of the story. What the researchers found, and this is crucial, is that we may have been too focused on specific brain regions, like the prefrontal cortex. Instead, consciousness might emerge from sensory processing. This is a massive shift in how we think about the brain. If the study's findings hold up, it would mean that consciousness might be more about feeling and perceiving than it is about thinking logically or planning ahead. This opens up a whole new world of possibilities. How we understand the brain in states like coma, locked-in syndrome, or even with certain types of brain damage could change dramatically. But wait, there's more. What about machines or artificial intelligence? If consciousness is tied to sensory perception, could we create machines that are conscious too? It may sound like science fiction, but this idea is inching closer to reality with each new discovery.
Okay, now that we've gone even deeper, it's time for more trivia. Let's see how much you've absorbed. 4. According to the latest study, which brain areas were found to have the strongest connections to consciousness? A prefrontal cortex, B. Sensory and perceptual areas, C. Limbic system, D. Cerebellum. The answer is B. Sensory and perceptual areas, like the ones involved in vision and sensation. These areas are crucial for our conscious experience. 5. What's a key implication of this new research for people in a coma or vegetative state? A consciousness is entirely lost in these states. These sensory areas are likely not active in these states. C. It may help detect covert consciousness in these patients. D. It proves that coma patients are not conscious at all. It's C. It may help detect covert consciousness, a significant breakthrough for how we can assess brain activity in unresponsive patients. Well done, everyone. If you've got those right, you're a true brain. If not, don't worry. The mystery of consciousness is still unfolding, and we're all learning together. If you love discoveries like this, hit that follow button, like this page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more science-backed content. The journey to understand our minds is just beginning.
At FactQuest Global Trivia, we're not just about facts, we're about exploring what it means to be alive. From the wonders of the cosmos to the mysteries of the mind, we help you see science in a whole new way. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep seeking the answers to the big questions.